down before we begin? All right. Everyone take a moment and think. Who is someone who's not particularly well known, but deserves to be honored or recognized for what they do? All right, just hold that person in your mind. We'll probably come back to them at the end of the speech. But when I had this question originally posed to me, I thought of one person in particular. I thought of Bill Austin. Bill Austin is not a very well-known person, but he runs one of the largest hearing foundations in the world. Bill Austin is just such an amazing person because he rose from nothing, and he's a large philanthropist, and he's good at what he does. Firstly, Bill Austin rose from humble beginnings. Bill Austin started off from nothing. According to the article, Starkey Hearing Aid Founder Becomes Minnesota Billionaire by Annalise Alexander, found on Bloomberg.com, we get to hear a lot about Bill Austin's early life. Austin started off as a doctor, and he was going to college in Minnesota, but he really couldn't afford to pay through college, so he picked up a part-time job in his uncle's hearing aid shop. And the first day he was working there, someone came in, and he helped them out. He fixed their hearing aid, and he realized that he could help so many people, so much more than he could if he was a doctor, if he could just help them hear, because he just saw the joy light up on the person's face. So he dropped out of college following this and took a leap of faith and started his own hearing aid practice. According to the Twin City Business, Austin opened his first office in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. He opened his office in Sioux Falls, but he mainly did research and development on hearing aids. He tried to invent the first in-the-ear hearing aid. He thought he could make them smaller and harder to see, and still with a nice quality though. 5 years after opening his first office, he moved back to Minnesota and started professional hearing services in his basement. Soon after that, he bought Starkey Industries, and that's where he got the name Starkey. Bill Austin had a very humble beginning, but he didn't let that stop him from starting one of the most successful hearing foundations in the world. The Starkey Hearing Foundation helps so many people each year. According to the article Meet Bill Austin, founder of the Starkey Hearing Foundation, written by Susan Elizabeth Littlefield. The Starkey Hearing Foundation travels up to 10 months a year and visits so many different countries around the world. Bill Austin will still go on most of these trips, and if he's not taking a trip, he still sees about 20 patients every day. In fact, his own wife says that if she ever wants to see him, she just has to go into his office and sit in his chair so he can't work anymore. According to the article Starkey Hearing Aid Founder Becomes Minnesota Billionaire by Annalise Alexander, we get to hear about how Bill Austin has personally contributed to the foundation. Bill Austin has said that he's given over $100 million of his own dollars to the foundation. But that's not all he's done. Even from the very beginning, Bill Austin has given things. If he ever had a patient come into his office who couldn't afford a hearing aid, he would just give it to them because he felt that everyone deserves the right to hear. He's repeatedly quoted in saying that he's there to help people, he's not there to make money. And he learned at an early age that if he could leverage an entire business and industry against helping people, he could help so many more people than if he just did it on his own. To this day, Bill Austin has given away up to 100,000 hearing aids each year, but not just in the United States. He's also given them away in other countries such as Rwanda and Vietnam. The Starkey Hearing Foundation does a lot for people around the world, but he also has changed the industry a large amount. According to the article Twin City Business, it reports on the advances in the hearing aid industry by Bill Austin. Bill Austin did something revolutionary very early on. He had to set prices and turnaround times for everything he did. So no longer would people go there and just have to come up with the money right away because they didn't know when the work would be done or exactly how much it would cost. This has really become an industry standard. Austin also built the first in-the-ear hearing aid, which was smaller and harder to see than most standard hearing aids. According to the article Starkey Hearing Aid Founder Becomes Minnesota Billionaire by Annalise Alexander, Bill Austin bought Starkey in 1973, and he created the first in-the-ear hearing aid from the technology he acquired in the purchase. Bill Austin fit many influential people, such like the President, Ronald Reagan, and multiple popes. And this is really what made hearing aids a mainstream technology. After that, he started getting a lot of problems with it because so many people wanted his hearing aids now that he fit the president. But he persevered through this, and so did his business. Bill Austin has been a major influence for change throughout the hearing aid industry. Everyone remember the question I asked you at the beginning? Who deserved to be recognized for what they did? I'm sure we all had a person to begin with, but I really hope that now you can see why I chose Bill Austin. Bill Austin has done a lot for people and a lot for people who have panned here, but he really doesn't receive much publicity, and most people don't hear much about him. He rose from humble beginnings, and these humble beginnings helped send him down the charitable path that he ended up on. Bill Austin has really revolutionized the hearing aid industry, and he started one of the biggest hearing foundations in the world, and he deserves to be recognized for that. Thank you.